self-discovery. And self-discovery is important because it helps you quite simply to live more of a meaningful life. You learn how to take better care of yourself when you understand yourself. Plus, you might find a more fulfilling life if you are connected to your true self. And on that note, let me share with you this. There was once a traveler slowly walking along a road when all of a sudden he hears the sound of a galloping horse approaching from behind. He turns around to see a man riding a horse moving swiftly towards his direction. When the man eventually reached closer, the traveler asked him, "Where are you going?" To which the man replies, "I don't know. Why don't you ask the horse?" And after saying this, he rides away. The moral of the story: the horse in the story represents your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind runs on past conditioning, and it is nothing more but a computer program. If you are lost in the program controls you and leads you wherever it likes. Instead, when you become self-aware, you start becoming aware of the program itself, and you start looking at life objectively. And once you become aware of the program, you start to control the program and not the other way around. The moment you find yourself in the midst of the jungle of the world, only then can you really begin to progress in life. The world we live in has a really funny way of dashing your hopes, as a result of which you then lose yourself. You start off in life cheerful, trusting, enthusiastic, optimistic, but then, like they say, life happens. And as you really begin to experience what life has to throw at you, little by little, unfortunately, your cheerfulness, your trust, your enthusiasm, and your optimism all leaks away from you, leaving you in the state of nothing more than an empty shell, resulting in you losing yourself. When the world disappoints you, you lose optimism and enthusiasm. When the world hurts you, you lose trust. When the world deceives you, you lose hope. And when the world plunges you into the depths of hopelessness, you tend to lose faith. When you are tossed around by the trials of the world, you tend to lose yourself. It is highly imperative, as life happens, that you do not allow yourself to become lost in the sea of trials and tribulations. Sometimes you become so lost that you simply have to take a step back, truly find yourself again, before you can then move forward. Almighty Allah mentions in the Quran in chapter 5, verse 105. Almighty Allah says, "O you who believe, you are responsible for your own souls. You are responsible for your own selves. He who has strayed cannot harm you if you are rightly guided. And so Allah is your return, all of you, and He will then inform you of what you used to do." So life can sometimes become very, very turbulent. The message this morning is, do not lose yourself. This morning I want to share with you 3 steps to finding yourself. Number 1, if you have lost yourself in the world, have faith and courage. Don't be fazed by life. In life, situations are meant to happen. So learn to accept that, and learn to understand that that's just part and parcel of life. Have the courage to continue to move forward. Have the courage to always try to become a better person. Have the courage and the faith to remain connected to the Almighty. Do not lose your enthusiasm. Do not lose your cheerfulness. Do not lose your trust. And above all, do not ever lose your soul. And if for some reason you end up on the wrong end of the stick for doing the right thing, Almighty Allah will open better doors for you in the future. And sometimes as you go through life, you try your best to do all the right things. You try your best to tick all the boxes and to do everything right. But then for some reason you end up on the wrong end of the stick. If that be the case, I say to you that without a shadow of a doubt, Allah will open better doors for you in the future. Number two, be prepared in life to step out of your comfort zone. Not everywhere you go in the world, you're going to be greeted by the warmth of your comfort zone. So a very simple example, if you are accustomed to 3 spoons of sugar in your tea, if at some point you are only able to have 2 spoons of sugar, or you're only able to have 1 spoon of sugar or none, do not allow those situations to faze you. When you're thrown out of your comfort zone, do not become fazed. Be prepared in life to step out of your comfort zone, because life can throw all sorts of things towards your direction. And finally, do not allow anyone to hinder your progress in life, because your progress, that is your greatest project, and that is something which has to be ongoing until the day you die. Do not for one day say to yourself that I have achieved, I have accomplished, and that's it. Always be searching for greater heights of spirituality, of greater heights of becoming a better person, a better individual. And do not show your weaknesses to others, because there are many people who are waiting to pinpoint and to find your weakness so that they can use that against you. There are many people who are sitting by, waiting for you to crack so that they can take advantage of the situation. So be strong, have courage and faith, be prepared to step out of your comfort zone and continue to progress forward. And that is the best way that you can find yourself. One person rightly said, the best way you can find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The only journey that is worthwhile is the journey of finding yourself. Sometimes in life, you find yourself in the middle of nowhere. And sometimes, in the middle of nowhere, you tend to find yourself. May Allah continue to bless us all. May Allah continue to give us the ability to continue to move forward with all that is good in this world. May He protect us from all that is harmful, from all that is evil.